boils down to, look, man, we got to break up this separation, man, where the YGs feel they can't talk to us, or we feel we can't talk to them. Me personally, I don't feel that way because I speak their lingo. I speak their language. You know what I'm saying? I walk they walk. So when they look at certain active OGs, it's still in that era where, okay, if necessary need to be, I know OG will get with the business. Then they have a chance, they're going to respect that. But for a lot of OGs, if you ain't really burnt that bridge and carved that way and made that path, they not going to respect it regardless, despite. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we just got to get to an era of open door communication amongst our younger youth to us, bro, so that they will understand and have an understanding that a lot of stuff we talk about, it upsets us because, dog, we sweated real blood, sweat, tears for this to be this way, to be real bloods, and to turn around for the to be thrown in our face like, like it wasn't nothing what we did. We doing it this way now. Man, that's like, that's a total disrespect to us.
Well, it's totally different now. You use the term watered down, but I think everything just got out of hand. And, you know, the younger cats today don't have that big homie. When we was growing up in our era, we had the big homies.
So what's the difference between what's the difference between out of hand then? You explain that.
Yeah, the same. But this is what I'm saying. So they don't have what we had. They just out here doing whatever. It's just the thing to do. You can just go to a hood and rep a hood. Right. You can just go and get in a car with another cat and say, "F it, let's get this cat," with no issues. There's no structure whatsoever. So that makes it way dangerous than the 80s, the late 70s for us.
Right.
It's totally different. Now you got cats in positions such as yourself to get out here and to try to explain to our younger generations, whether we saying it's time to the violence, it's time to stop killing our own kind. It's how we say it to them.
Right.
It's how we say it to them. If I'm coming and get at you and telling you, bro, this ain't the way to do it. I've been there. I've done this. We went through this shit before. So I'm telling you what you're not ready for. I'm telling you you're not ready to go to the penitentiary because anybody could pull a trigger. That don't make you a motherfucking killer. That make you a goddamn. You just that learned how to use a gun. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it's 10 there you shot at them and didn't hit nobody. Right. So you don't know how. But it's how we talk and how we try, the way we communicate with each other is for one. Because when somebody don't like what the other one is saying, and I'm damn sure ain't finna just take, and I should listen to the youngsters how they feel because everybody got. So
let me ask you this then.
Come on.
Since you spoke on that, right?
Come on.
Because that falls under the grounds of parenting, right? The problem is a lot of our youth. You're right. It's what we say and how we deliver it. Because I'm mainly one of them. It's like I have a certain way, my energy, the way I talk, homie, my get down. This is who I am, and people know this. You know this.
Yeah.
So this is my get down, right? But now it's like, okay, I got to tone myself a certain way because I'm talking to a class of individuals that A1. Thousands of them never had a father in their household. So when grown men start talking to them, they start complexing immediately. So that's something that you're definitely right about. It's like, okay, I even said it to myself, like, okay, you know what? Let me kind of tone down and holler at the young homies a certain way then. Let me I can still get my point across, still give them this knowledge, you feel me? But let me tone down a certain way and give it to them a different aspect so that they won't think I'm coming off like I'm mad at them, I'm angry at all the young, like all the young, when it's not even that issue, bro.
Right.
It's the fact that the young homies who are out here who are really doing their shit, I salute them to the fullest. The ones who are solid, the ones who follow protocol, the protocol that was built already, and they follow that protocol, and I mean it's bi-coastal, not just our West Coast, East Coast, North, South, the Midwest, wherever you are, if you solid, young, old, and you follow that protocol, and your shit is solid, and you feel the cats that's around you are solid enough to where you're not dealing with none of the funnies that's going on, the snitching, the infiltration, then I salute you. But the thing is, bro, youngsters just need to understand, man, that when we're talking and we're talking about these things, it's not that we're talking down on them or we talking at them or they got to they got to get off this complex, like, you know, because I ain't got no daddy, I ain't never had no daddy, so ain't no gonna talk to me like that. It's like, how you gonna learn, bro?
It's hard. It's hard because I say this. I can't. It's hard to get at them because I don't want to come and sound like a hypocrite because I live this life. All this I'm trying to say, don't do and
That's not being a hypocrite.
No,
Jay.
listen to me. Coming and speaking and then me talking and like where I'm at now, opposed to where I used to be, I can't be what I used to be talking to them because they're not gonna understand me. Now I'm sitting here. I can't downplay with how you getting down. I can't say you this and you that. All that motherfucker ain't shit. I was the same motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So now, wait, listen to me. So now I got to figure out how the and I'm still trying to figure it out. How the do I talk to people that's just like me?
Right.
That was living the same way I was living. But, I mean, I can go all the way back and say I was in them shoes. The only thing I can say that's different is that wasn't my get down. Our get down wasn't that way. Our get down, my purpose of being in the hood and living on the streets and being a gang member, that was my only job. My job didn't consist of me robbing motherfuckers. My job didn't consist of me going out there and my job didn't consist of me snatching a motherfucking purse. I was a motherfucking blood, and that's all I believed in. And my purpose was to go get that's opposite of me.
Yeah.
And now here when you grow up and get older,
But did you just hear what you just said?
Yeah.
That was your job of devotion, dedication as a f***ing Damu, as a blood. My dispute today, again, bro, is like this glass of water. It's too watered down. Nothing is rational. It's like no rules behind it, no structure, no nothing. So that's where I come in as far as my dispute. I'm not talking about the cast that's getting down, just handling their business, that's solid. I'm talking about this over-vasting what's real. Like, we ain't even real no more. Let the world tell it.
Right.
Like, what we did do and where we come from, but we're not even real no more in the world.
You know,
A could do 1 year in the county jail and get out and call himself a 5-star general and have 5,000 months following, bro. So just the type of era I'm talking about.
Right.
So that be my disputes. This water, this like how? When we had, boy, I started out as a soldier, boy.
Right.
Second generation. I had to follow orders. Big homie orders.
Well, and you
feel
know,
what I'm saying?
these dudes
You had to do the same, Jane.
Nino, I say
you feel
this.
what I'm saying?
It's so many cats, and you got different new cats every day. Half of these cats wouldn't even be gang members if we were still in the hood like that.
Oh, yeah.
We had a thing called Buster Week. You wasn't finna come hang out and kick it and be whoop the wham bam. So it's a lot of cats that wasn't a factor at all. Now they step up to the plate. Now they the big homies.
Can I put a stamp on that, Jay?
Yeah.
Buster Week. 1983, man.
Yeah.
Blood March. Moi. And a couple of more Paru homies. Listen, man, it's too many coming here. We flooding, we getting deep. It's suckers in here claiming hoods. We finna start rolling up who ain't with the business. Buster Week.
Right.
So when we hit the day room, I don't give a what set you from. Make sure your own is thorough. From the Pyrus to the Swans to the Brims to the families, Inglewood, and then HPs on down to the 20s, the Outlaws. Every hood that was in there, we had Buster Weeks.
So,
if the wasn't solid, he had to go.
So now, this is the question. With all this going on with George Floyd and the push that I think I'm trying to make is to get us to stop killing each other. Because it's not worth it. Did nobody get a paycheck?
None of that.
I damn sure when I felt like I was tired, I left broke. I didn't get a check for nothing I did. And we fighting a cause against ourselves, and we see what's happening to us as black men. Now, just even watching the George Floyd thing, his video, it just enlightened me and woke me up even more. Now, how do we reach our little brothers? Because if they continue to do what they doing out there, consider themselves gang members or whatever, then we're defeating the purpose. You believe that?
Strongly.
Okay, so how do we get it? How do we touch our kind And it's just not us. It's Mexicans out there that's still doing, and they targeted too. But you got to have some type of solution, because if everybody out there protesting for Black Lives Matter and we sitting here slaughtering ourselves still, then what the?
We defeating the purpose, man.
Yeah.
The bottom line to that is, Jay, is like the man himself said, man, rest in peace, man, the man X. It's revolution time, bro. That's just the bottom line. We can't, all this old crying and whining, and, with your signs, hold it all up, because it's not no sincerity to this. I seen a lady with a sign, I only suck black. You see
You
what I'm
don't
saying?
think that? I saw that.
Follow what I'm saying.
They doing on
but
the
see
sign.
that, you feel what I'm saying? So how are we supposed to take this as sincerity? So if we see it, you think the masses don't see it? They sharp, bro. The motherfuckers is sharp, they smart.
real sharp.
So the bottom line is, you got to fight power with power.
Right.
Feel me? So if we want to get that new resolution of recognition of change, man, the youngsters is out here calling themselves the killers, the hitters, all this my squad right here, all these my hitters. Then we need all you hitters on front line, protecting all the elders, protecting all the ladies who's getting discriminated, getting thrown on the ground. Where are these people at now? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can question me, then where you at? I'm here. It doesn't happen on my shift. Thank God I haven't had the experience where I was driving down the street or I happened to been in a restaurant and I seen one of my black brothers or a female getting slammed on the ground and I'm holding the phone filming it. Oh, no, it ain't going to happen, bro. I can tell you that shit right now. Right. It's not going to happen on my shift, bro. Well, I'm going to stick my neck out to say something and do something. I may go to jail at that particular time and moment, my whole life off. But the point of being is, it only going to start when we all feel that way. Right. When we all start taking a stand. Because see, look at the flip side of it. All this protesting, what come out of it? Motherfuckers shouldn't have been out here looting, stealing, bro. And not especially when it come down to black-owned black and black-owned stores even got looted, bro. I think that's sad because those people are the ones that suffer in the end. Now you the one that took from our own kind.
Well, it wasn't just the looters. You had people in there that they dropped off, white people, looting too, and starting.
Oh, yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. They did this in 92.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. We have to be sharp enough and smart enough to say, wait, hold on, stop. This dispersive angerment, and then we just go tear up the city and we burn it down. It ain't getting us nowhere because the city's going to be rebuilt because it's called insurances, bro. Right. They're going to get their money. Your jackass is still starving, still living in poverty-stricken without an answer. So I've been saying this for 3 weeks on the internet, bro. Right. I said, look, man, the way we're going to get a great change is this. All my young homies and the young youth that's out there, that's 17, 18, 19, that's got great fucking GPAs, that's going to school doing y'all thing, we need y'all right now. Y'all are inside connections. We need judges, doctors, lawyers. Our little homegirls and homeboys should be the police of the communities right now. That's what I say. You feel what I'm saying? That's our change, bro, the inside. Somebody went so far to say, well, damn, Cap, we already had that with Obama. No, we didn't. See, now let me educate you, youngin'. See, we got to sign a black face to shut our black asses up for once and like, oh, we in. He didn't change the world, bro. We put too much weight on that man and too much expectations when he came into this with debts, a world of debts. So now after he did his 8 years, America turned right back around. They voted in a billionaire entrepreneur. He's not a president candidate. He didn't come from a president background. His daddy's not a president or a politician. His mama wasn't. He's a billionaire moneymaker. Go get this money for us, man. That's what we need you to do these next 8 years in office. And then we'll bring in us another candidate as a president. And this is the cycle we going through. And until America understand this, bro, they ain't gonna understand. They gonna keep on, oh, Trump this, Trump did this, Trump. Man, listen, that man is a white man billionaire, man, that makes money. Do lucrative deals, and that's what he's doing for America. He gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? He's not the button pusher. It's a committee behind all that pushes them buttons. He's just the face, man. Exactly. So when it comes to this politician shit, we gotta really understand politicians. We got to really understand the history of politicians. Most Americans don't. When we went to school, niggas didn't understand politics. Niggas didn't even study politics. You skipped them classes. You didn't even want to hear it. So now we in a world where it's very, very important. You got to even know what voting means. How do you vote? Again, like I said, changing from the inside is we got city councilmen right here in our neighborhood making $200K a year off our jackass and they ain't doing shit for the people. Nothing. They need to be out of office. Them need to be young homies, younger generation, young hungry people that's willing to help for the people and be for the people and by the people.
Well, you mentioned COINTELPRO earlier, and it's like you mentioned a lot of about infiltration, and that's all. COINTELPRO never stopped. A lot of people talk about the crack part of it and everything. I still think it's going on because you had like Fomby that was just here, for example, when he went out there and when he ran across the people looting, he said that these white guys jumped out of a truck, perfect precision, ran up in the sister's shop. But what happened was they didn't plan on Fomby being there. And so Fomby backed them on up out of there, and the guy said, what did he say? He said, I don't think these were protesters. I think these were like they was moving with military precision.
Right.
Had pallets of brick in the back. You know, it just looked too organized for it to be them. And that's what the American government has a history, man, of infiltrating groups and causing dissension amongst each other. If they don't destroy the group from within, they go over there, hey, man, like you just said earlier, James, you gave a perfect example. You know, such and such just killed your homeboy. Y'all gonna let them get away with that? And people keep falling for it. Get the latest exclusives, unedited content, live streams with some of Digital Soapbox's most polarizing hosts like James McDonald and others. Sign up for your Digital Soapbox membership today. Packages start from $1.99 to $4.99 monthly, where you not only get exclusive content, but you also get it commercial free. Press that button now.